Yoga for lower back pain, safe modification. So, have you ever really wanted to practice yoga, but your back hurts and you're worried about going and moving and practicing and wondering if it's going to help or make it worse? Well, this video is for you. I'm going to have ideas and hopefully this will help you both get on your mat and practice with lower back pain. So, what we're going to start off with a quick assessment of how you are feeling today and you are feeling. So, just gonna make some body visualizations. It might be the lower back, it could be the thoracic, low back, the upper neck. Now, there's a whole host of different things that we can do to help reduce back pain. And one of them is to decompress the spinal column. So, one of the best things that we can do is lie down on the mat. Now, everybody's back situation is unique. So, what work for me won't work for you. What's gonna work for you might not work for me. Keep that in account. But I'll give again, foundation. So laying on the belly is a great way to decompress the so you might have to be more comfortable back, which bolster, bolster under the knees to put it under the knees, which is a nice way to just get the spinal column where there's no gravitational. When we're sitting, standing position, gravity is down. Now, one of the ways that we work with gravity, you know, like trying to lift the body up. One way that we usually create less compression, abdominal muscle, all that's really happening is that we have our curve and engage and go like this, or take your wrist and pull it in. It just changes where the pressure is being placed on the vertebra in the spine. Now, that we have this in place, every time we practice the yoga pose, we bring the awareness of where the sensation, discomfort, the pain is in the spine, and with the two main techniques where the work for me might be different for you, and vice versa. In some situations, let's take time. So take my arms out, turn right foot out. Now, where I tend to have my own personal back issues in my low back, where the vertebra which makes it forward. So backward bending is a bit dicey, and I'd be careful about doing a really strong side bend. I just start noticing what to do. Start noticing where does it hurt. I feel good when I go forward. It feels amazing personally, but for you, it might be a trigger spot. If you have a retrosthesis where your vertebra has slipped backward, forward flexion, the majority of people that do have spondylolisthesis, where the slip is typically forward, just due to compressive forces that are bearing down. Nature of the way the curve of the lumbar has this sort of sloping angle like this over long lifting, holding heavy items. We're going to stop that force. So, that focus on the work with uh, anterior anterior lists where it's low. But I'm going to give points for both sides. I might not have that much involved disc, or you might have some compression on the disc on the nerve. So back to our triangle investigation. So in this case, personally, deep side when we lateral flex. Sometimes that can first again, and when I move, I try to keep relatively straight. I'm going to use the awareness, little pelvic, keep the spine in its relative position. that way, in movement, I said that there's gonna be 2 main categories that we're gonna work. One is to do less bending, turning movement or core stabilization, and the other thing that we can identify is that sometimes it's not really tight and stretching and bending spine to create stretch actually get that. So that's where we need to identify, and I know it can be tricky to identify these in the beginning, but your body and move in a way where you're paying attention. You're your own best to feel what's going on, you know that. So therefore, when you make your move now in this case, the side angle posture, I take a very similar approach. Keep my hands on my feet, and I'm gonna do a little deep bend, now bend, multiple bend and work on the holding my muscles in the core of the body. Now let's bring the neck. Imagine that more, or we maybe is in your neck. So final compliments. I know sometimes low back, really high spine in this case that we're focusing on. It's up in the neck. Now, interestingly enough, in the triangle, we start holding your head out to the side. Muscles on the side to really contract and hold you in place. So that could be really good. Put some force on your neck. Maybe monitor, come over, and right here, the next time I put my head up, I'm gonna keep my body a little more vertical, very subtle turn with my head and forward. So that is one way that you'll make sure that you're paying close attention and don't move that area. This is another example. If we're coming into a pose like Vertical C, where we're gonna do a twist. If my lumbar, my thoracic feels great, I'll go ahead and make a nice big twist. But in the neck, I might keep my head neutral so that you can still feel the rotation of the spine. But I'm gonna keep my neck without moving physically. That's how we'll need to approach. Now, get to more difficult poses like a downward facing dog where we start putting pressure. One thing that finds in down dog is that it's possible to do a down dog. So where it's low back support, it feels really good to stretch in this direction. And it's like the lower back. So I find that, personally with back pain, that one feels really good. But if my neck is locked out, sometimes when we move our arms, we're causing all the muscles in the shoulders and side area to get really dense and tight. Well, then we just end up translating all of that tension and we put it into the entire neck as well. And that might actually be a little too much if we're pushing hard into our arms and we feel uncomfortable. This might actually trigger the neck. What we can do is start off where you take the pose down to its core base, like its simple form. And in this case, I'm just gonna do it real subtle, like probably realistically child's pose for my downward dog. And I can keep my neck neutral. Now, interestingly enough, right here, if I lift my head up, this actually can be a little too much for the neck. If it's super sore, like you got whiplash injury and your neck is tweaked, even just holding your head out there. So, another way that I can focus on your dog is way is to stand, raise the arms a little bit up, hold your arms like a dog. It's kind of weird to a dog, maybe putting the hands on the wall and working with down dog where you just keep a bit more relaxed. So there's a way to kind of take every single pose, pull it apart and then work to an idea of the spine. They're holding it where you don't bend and twist too much to give it time for and do stimulation down. Purely muscular, like in the case of all day and having like tense muscle, well then, being able to stretch the arms and pull the shoulders down work on picking up the musculature, will probably make it better. So the basic way to work. So I'll take you through a short little point a few things out. So if we go to a sun salutation, I focus primarily on lower back right now. Inhale and raise my arms up. I don't find that that's too difficult. But to exhale and pull forward and touch the floor, this might be a really challenging place. So I'm just going to put my hands on my knees and try to keep the back more neutral. Now for a chaturanga, if I come down onto my hands and knees, keep my spine relatively neutral, and just do a very simple chaturanga on the knees, where there's very little work going on. Another really great way to strengthen that is to do the bird dog to help strengthen the postural muscles. So you can work on one leg or the other in place of your down dog. Okay, for our up dog, you're going to really avoid doing an extreme back bend like so. And what I'm going to do is come down on the belly and do a very simple pose where I'm just exercising bending in the upper spine, but not pushing pressure on the lumbar spine. And for downward dog, child's pose, excellent posture, I think, for helping to stretch and relax the lower back. If I was having trouble with it, I maybe would keep my body up in this sort of shape here, but I'm not bending or flexing the spine. So another way that you can work in your down dog, you can put down your elbows and do a real subtle cat pose to build some strength in your upper body. Another way to work is holding hands in a cat pose for your downward dog. And then to come back forward, we would walk, and for the halfway lift, a relatively neutral spine. And as you exhale, do a little bit of flexion a whole bunch. And raise your arms above the gut. And as you exhale, relax your. So I just want to give you a of different ways that you kind of keep your spine stable while these movements. And then the other is really fun, figuring out what poses work well for you, routine that's good for you. I'm happy to help. Message info at Native Yoga Center of our channels. I hope that helps. If you have questions, you're live every single Thursday at 8 Eastern. So if you want to join in, you can question there, and I'll answer